Live from Red Zone Weather, this is a severe weather alert.
A tornado warning is in effect for parts of central Conecuh County as of 2:54 p.m. This is a supercell thunderstorm that has ramped up and is likely producing hen egg size hail, which is in excess of 2 inches in diameter, in addition to a potential tornado very near Repton and Lenox, making a beeline for the city of Evergreen right now. If you are in central Conecuh County, I need you to get to that tornado safe place right now, as we now have an active tornado warning that has just been issued for parts of central Conecuh County. Conecuh County is in southwest Alabama. And again, if you are in the city of Evergreen, you are now involved in an active tornado warning, meaning that there is an imminent threat to life and property in areas near Evergreen and also near Belleville. You're looking at Conecuh County, and what has happened, you'll see this supercell thunderstorm has really ramped up over the last few minutes, and this is now likely producing a tornado in areas near and just to the southeast of Repton, and also areas near Lenox in central Conecuh County. This is going to be moving into the city of Evergreen, into the heart of Evergreen, over the next few minutes. So if you know someone in Evergreen, we need you to tag them and let them know that there is now a tornado warning in addition to a large hail threat, perhaps as high as, say, hen egg size in diameter. That is a hefty size for hailstones, and certainly those can do damage to vehicles and other structures. So again, working a new tornado warning that's just come on the board, we are going to quickly get out our Red Zone Weather app alert for Conecuh County tornado warning. And this is going to be valid, I believe, until 3:45 local time. Let's check on that. 3:50, or yeah, that's the severe thunderstorm warning. 3:30 is the tornado warning. So this is a tornado warning till 3:30 p.m. for Evergreen and much of Conecuh County. Let's go ahead and talk about who is involved in this active tornado warning that has just come on the board as of a second ago, because I tell you what, the hail in through here is going to be something else in terms of the size of this hail. I am very concerned that you could have upwards of golf ball and hen egg size hail associated with this, basically over Belleville right now. And unfortunately, this is going to cross the county seat of Evergreen over the next few minutes. I mean, this thing is rapidly moving towards Evergreen, so it can't be stressed enough. If you are in the city of Evergreen, please get to that tornado safe place right now, and you certainly want to be inside, away from windows and away from doors, as we now have an active tornado warning for Conecuh County. Let's look at the iPad so I can show you exactly where this possible tornado is. Your hail is actually going to be out ahead of the tornado risk. So in other words, you've got your hail on the leading edge, and then back behind it, you've got a possible tornado very near the community of Belleville. This is also going to be very near Baggett's Chapel, which is to the south of Belleville. Baggett's Chapel is right here. You've got Belleville, Repton included in the tornado warning. If you are in Castleberry, you are not involved in this tornado warning. In other words, downtown per se, Castleberry is not involved in the tornado warning. However, downtown Evergreen is involved, and you need to be taking action and doing something about it. Get to that tornado safe place right now if you are in Evergreen. We'll go back over to the traditional radar. And again, the only tornado warning that we have for any part of our local area is for Conecuh County here in South Alabama. We do note that parts of Dale and Henry counties over in southeast Alabama are under a tornado warning as well. But this is specifically for Conecuh County locally, where we have this active tornado warning. And you can see really across the region, we actually have a good bit of sunshine in place. But unfortunately, that is bad news, because this one discrete, isolated supercell thunderstorm in Conecuh County has really ramped up, and it's tapping into those high instability values as it moves off to just a bit to the north of due east. In other words, it's moving east-northeast just like that. You also could have some small hail in McKenzie and southern Butler County as well. That storm is moving towards Pigeon Creek and also Okie Streak. No warning out on that specific storm just yet, but the concern is back here in Conecuh County. We'll zoom in pretty tightly. And again, this is US Highway 84. Just to give you some geographical context of what we're looking at here, that's US Highway 84. We advise no travel from Repton all the way back over to the Covington County line with Conecuh County. In other words, there at Cohasset Creek, no travel on US Highway 84. Same thing on Interstate 65. Basically from, let's say, exit 107, which is the Grace Garland exit on Interstate 65, all the way back down to exit 77 right here, which is branded as the Bruton-Repton exit. No issues right now in Bruton, by the way. But again, from exit 77 to exit 107, that's a 40-mile stretch of interstate that we are calling no travel due to not only a tornado potential, but also a risk of very large hail, perhaps to the size of hen egg. In other words, an egg. That could be how large this hail is moving into the city of Evergreen right now. By the way, if you are in Conecuh County, you need to be sheltered in the lowest floor of a site-built structure away from windows and doors. In fact, for our folks in Evergreen, it has been a long time since you've had a tornado warning, but this is what you need to be doing right now. Get to the middle part of your house, near the center, away from windows. If you have a child, an infant specifically, put the infant in a car seat. And also, children should be in helmets. Adults should be in helmets too. Helmets greatly increase your chance of surviving a tornado if it happens to move over your specific house. But again, this is an isolated supercell in Conecuh County that has prompted a tornado warning. And unfortunately, this is making a beeline for the most populated area in Conecuh County, which is, of course, the city of Evergreen. Again, if you know someone in the city of Evergreen, if you know anyone, you tag them and let them know they're involved in an active tornado warning that's valid until 3:30 local time. Due to this, possible tornado is going to be on the southwestern flank of this supercell thunderstorm. Right out ahead of it, this could be a core of hail that could be up to golf ball, maybe even hen egg in size. And obviously that certainly is capable of downing a few trees in terms of the wind gusts, and also the hail can be problematic for vehicles in this area. So you don't want to be driving right now, especially near the Interstate 65 corridor, near exit 93, which is the Evergreen at Monroeville Fairview exit. And then also you have Alabama Highway 83, which is exit 96 there at Liberty Place. Zaxby's, you've also got downtown Evergreen, areas near the Jalisco restaurant. Same thing down here on the south side of town. You've got the Love's truck stop right here. Across the road, the other gas station there, across the interstate, I should say. And then you get into areas in Evergreen. You have, of course, the elementary school, Hillcrest High School. If you live near any of those landmarks, within 5 miles of those landmarks, I need you to get into that tornado safe place right now. In addition to the tornado risk, there also is a pronounced threat of large hail in Conecuh County. Looking elsewhere across our region, we also are seeing that we have storms firing back here in West Alabama. These are under severe limits, but that's near Silas and Toxie in southern Choctaw County, coming into areas near Campbell, Woods Bluff, and Morven in northern Clark. We'll have to keep an eye on those, as those could be potentially our next storms that could go severe. But I'm optimistic this probably is your back edge of storms today, and once this passes through your location, we've still got a long way to go, but once this back edge passes through your location, we'll be able to finally start giving an all clear. It has been non-stop today with damaging winds early this morning. We also had several tornado warnings throughout the day, and the latest one is in Conecuh County. Right now, the city of Evergreen involved in an active tornado warning. Again, we're calling no driving on US Highway 84 from Cohasset Creek, which is there near Mount Union and also just south of Red Level, all the way back over to Belleville at this point. You can't be traveling on US Highway 84. You also can't be traveling on Interstate 65 from the Sapulga River, which is near exit 107, all the way back down to, let's just say, the Bruton exit, which is exit 77, just to be safe. Looks like the core of this is going to pass north of Conecuh County Highway 6, but it's going to be super close. Again, your possible tornadoes on the southwestern flank of that. Let's see if we can get a better view of it on the iPad, because the velocity with this really tells the tale. Let's put this in motion so you can get a feel for where this tornado came from. What happened, this supercell storm developed back here in Monroe County before crossing into Conecuh County between Repton and Range. Likely had some large hail falling in Repton about 5 to 10 minutes ago, and now you've got large hail coming into the city of Evergreen. In addition to a potential tornado risk, there's your couplet ramping up, and it's kind of broadened out, but keep in mind the radar beam at this height over Conecuh County is at about 5,000 feet above your head, and so you really don't get a good idea of what's happening at the surface there in terms of your velocity display. I think that this is going to be a situation, no doubt, where we have some hail. It remains to be seen just how large this hail is. And by the way, if you have hail at your specific location, I need two things from you. I need to know how big it is, and also need to know where you are specifically, because I don't have a clue. When I see your name on Facebook, that's great, but we need to know, in a general idea at least, where you are. And so wouldn't be surprised at this point if we had small hail falling with this storm out near McKenzie and Pigeon Creek in Butler County. That's going to move into Butler County. That's clipping northern Covington well to the north of red level. But then your bigger issue is with this supercell storm that's currently right over Evergreen. Just to zoom into this area, the airport sits right here. This is Middleton Field. That's actually where the Evergreen weather station is that reports so much of the weather data for this area. And this supercell came right over that METAR site and also the airport. This is Interstate 65 right here, that thicker line. That's going to be U.S. Highway 31. And so also no driving on U.S. Highway 31 extending from Castleberry all the way back up to Travis Bridge, and also let's say to McKenzie, just to be safe, because again, there's the edge of your polygon. This is U.S. Highway 31. No travel anywhere near the city of Evergreen right now on U.S. Highway 331. Just to kind of get in here and call out some of the landmarks, if you are near the Evergreen Nursing Home, which is on the eastern side of town, owned by our wonderful Red Zone Weather sponsor, Crown Healthcare. That nursing home obviously should be implementing their tornado safety plan. I know they are right now. And in addition, at that site could have large hail. Look at this. This hail core is crossing right over the city of Evergreen. So if there is hail indeed falling, and I suspect that there is, we are going to know shortly. In fact, yeah, I'm seeing a few reports. We've got nickel-sized hail at Baggett's Chapel. That's from Kathy Byers. Also seeing a report from Will Richardson of dime-sized hail. Also getting a report of hail on Grigger's Lane, which is in Evergreen, kind of just to the south of downtown. And I appreciate all these comments. Keep them coming. If you have hail in your location, let me know. And let me stress, again, this is a tornado warning, not just a severe thunderstorm warning. So you need to be in that tornado safe place if you are in the city of Evergreen. What does that mean? It means you need to put as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. This tornado warning exclusively covers a part of central Conecuh County. We also note that Owasso, areas near Mount Union, also areas out here near the country club, downwind of this, you need to be implementing that tornado safety plan as well. Lieffian is out of the tornado warning polygon, but Owasso, areas near Mount Union, also areas near Travis Bridge involved in this tornado warning. So yes, we've been focusing a lot on Evergreen, but keep in mind, this threat is going to continue downwind from the city of Evergreen. Possible tornado, large hail, confirmed at this point via multiple public reports. Got a report now from Eric Dillahay from the Evergreen area of pea-sized hail on North Main Street. Also seeing a report of dime-sized hail. I tell you what, we've got hail reports coming in left and right. So confirmed now, large hail falling in the Evergreen area due to this ferocious supercell thunderstorm that is moving by from the southwest to northeast. This is a classic supercell storm. Anytime in these videos that you hear me referring to the potential for long track supercell thunderstorms that are discrete and isolated in nature, this is the stuff I'm talking about. I mean, look at how isolated this storm is. There is nothing around it in terms of organized structure other than the cell itself. And so very dangerous storm, potentially producing large hail near and just to the southeast of Evergreen, in addition to a potential tornado. Also getting a report of hail near Marywood Drive and also Willie Rogers Road. In addition, a hail report coming in near the hospital. So I'm going to relay that to our friends in the NWS chat feed. The Weather Service needs to know. And yeah, I appreciate all these comments. By the way, if you can get a picture of the hail, we would love for you to do that after the tornado warning is over for your location. You can't go outside right now and try to get a pic of the hail. That is a bad idea, as we have an active tornado warning that continues for central Conecuh County as of 3:09 p.m. Let's go back over to the iPad and I'll show you the velocity view. This is the view that we look at for tornadoes, generally speaking. And this certainly is much more broad than it once was. When this storm was back here near Evergreen and Alabama Highway 41, the probability of it producing a tornado, I would say, was higher. But now that it has moved into Evergreen, this clearly looks like a situation where you could have a tornado, but the key threat at this point appears to be large hail. And again, that's across the city of Evergreen, points southeast, all the way out here to areas near J Villa and Nymph under the gun from potentially large hail. Moving to the northeast. Let's go back over to the main radar view, because again, this is an isolated supercell storm in Conecuh County that has prompted a tornado warning this afternoon, valid until 3:30. So we got at least 20 more minutes on this. And keep in mind, ultimately, if this remains a strong to severe storm, it could be a problem for McKenzie, red level, the community of Brooks, in the next 20 or so minutes. So what I'm doing, I'm putting you on notice. If you're in McKenzie, Brooks, or red level, you need to be ready to implement that tornado safety plan, because you would be next in line if this tornado holds its strength, tornado warning, I should say. Getting an update from the Weather Service, they are still suggesting that this storm could be producing a tornado. And in addition, we have got a new report in from the Weather Service indicating that now golf ball size hail may be possible. So again, golf ball size hail possible, getting several reports of dime-sized hail over the last few minutes, several reports also of pea-sized hail. That's kind of the biggest hail size that I have seen. And for those folks that are commenting, we certainly appreciate the ground truth reports coming in from the greater Evergreen area. If you're reporting hail, please, if you can, try to be specific in terms of how big the hail is and give me a general idea of where you're watching from, because again, that is so helpful in pinpointing exactly what we've got going on. An update now to the tornado warning polygon. We can tell you this: if you are in Repton, if you're in Lenox, if you're in Belleville, areas out here near Sandcut, we can give you an all clear. The tornado risk has come to an end for now. Can't give you a complete all clear, but from this storm that is now very near Evergreen, Belleville, Nitchburg, also Lenox, areas near Repton, and Range, the community of Range, which sits right here, Sandcut as well. All those areas are now back behind this advancing supercell that is now moving into the eastern part of Conecuh County, now moving into areas out on the eastern side of Evergreen at this point, where we could have a possible tornado in addition to very large hail, perhaps as large as golf ball size hailstones happening now. This is very near the community of Centerville and the Old Evergreen Country Club, which is right in through here on the eastern side of Evergreen, very near J Villa Road. And also, I think we have some photos coming in. Again, for folks that are in this polygon, I do not want you out and about trying to see this hail. You got to remain sheltered if you're involved in a tornado warning. But for folks that are back behind it, you've been given the all clear from the tornado risk. Repton, Lenox, also areas near Belleville. If you've got hail, we would love to see a picture. And now it's safe to do that in those locations. Getting a ton of photos in as well. Let's see if I can pull some of those up. And Facebook is, yeah, here we go. This is coming in from Jennifer Smith Wright. And yeah, here's the hail. This is going to be looking about dime-sized hail, and there it is. This is what we got going on in Evergreen right now. And so, and this is approximately a mile from exit 96, which is your main Evergreen exit. That's the exit that you've got at the Shack on one side of the interstate, and then on the other side of the interstate, you got Liberty Place and the Conecuh Sausage Facility, and also Zaxby's and Wendy's in that newer shopping center. So again, that's your hail happening there. Let's go back over to the radar while I get up the next photo to show you. This is going to be large hail in Repton. This is actually the largest hail that I have seen today, quarter-size hail in Repton. And we want to thank, let's see who sent this specific set of photos in. This is from Jennifer Grady Cooper, and so we certainly want to thank her. Quarter-size hail in Repton about 30 minutes ago. So certainly thank you for that photo. Let's go back over to the radar. Again, tracking this supercell thunderstorm capable of producing not only large hail, but also a tornado on the back flank of this, right in through here. This possible tornado is going to come out towards Centerville and also Herbert, right in through here. In fact, you see the new scan. This is where your possible tornado is right now, very near Centerville and also Herbert, approaching Travis Bridge and Mount Union. You got a creek out in through here called Cohasset Creek. If you live near there, you need to be in that tornado safe place. If you've got a shelter, an underground shelter, that is the best possible place for you to be. But if you don't have to be underground to survive a tornado. That is some, widely propagated myth, and you do not have to be underground to survive a tornado. And I tell you what, I keep getting hail pictures left and right. Thanks so much to everyone who continues to send these photos in. Let's go to my MacBook, because this is from Jess Welch Burton, and this is yet another example of the hail that we have seen. This is near the Spring Hill community near Repton. That is about a quarter in size. So large hail happening in Conecuh County at this point. It seems like what has happened is this supercell storm has cut a path across the county right in through here where you've had very large hail. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got more photos coming in. By the way, let's go ahead and do this. If you are in the city of Evergreen, we'll give you a tornado warning, all clear. The tornado risk has now clearly passed to your east, and the city of Evergreen will give you an all clear. There is no more tornado risk at the moment anyway for the city of Evergreen. If you're in the Evergreen city limits, you are now okay to come out of that tornado hiding place. We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning to tell you about. This is going to be for northern Clark County over here in West Alabama. Here's West Bend and Cunningham. You've got Alabama Highway 154. Large hail is going to be the main concern in northern Clark County, coming into areas near Thomasville, Fulton, Dickinson, also Tallahassee Springs, Grove Hill, Zimco, included in this new severe thunderstorm warning that's going to be valid. Let's see what time that is valid until 4 o'clock local time. So we're going to be here until at least 4 o'clock with this severe thunderstorm warning, and we'll come back to that. But again, we're now tracking two separate thunderstorms that have ramped up to severe status. This one is your active tornado warning, and this is producing large hail. Confirmed reports. I'm getting, photos left and right, and I promise we'll share some of those in a little bit in Conecuh County. But man, oh man, tons of hail photos coming in from Evergreen and areas near Repton over the last few minutes. And we'll have to see what the Weather Service is going to opt to do, because you're going to have large hail shortly in Red Level and Brooks along Alabama Highway 55 right here. No warning out as of this moment, as of 3:17 p.m. for Covington County, but you can bet your barometer that one is coming for northern Covington County. Likely a severe thunderstorm or tornado warning. Not sure which just yet. Clearly the hail threat in here has become the main concern, in addition to perhaps a possible tornado on the southwestern flank if it seems like the lighting changed in and out. And so just bear with me if we go silent for a minute. Handling an active tornado warning in Conecuh County, and I see that the Weather Service has now updated that. So again, if you're in the city of Evergreen, just to repeat this, perhaps you tuned out for a minute, we can give you an all clear in the city of Evergreen. Now, eastern Conecuh County remains involved in this active tornado warning that's going to be valid until at least 3:30 p.m. due to that supercell thunderstorm that continues to work its way to the east-northeast. Large hail is possible shortly near communities like Red Level and Brooks in Covington County, and I suspect we will be getting another warning over the next few minutes for northern Covington County. That's going to be north of Andalusia, by the way, when we get that warning, and likely southern Butler County also under the gun. But I tell you what, this hail core has maintained its structure and maintained its strength as it has crossed Conecuh County on this Saturday afternoon. And again, we are shifting over the next few hours, most likely, from a tornado risk to more of a gusty wind and large hail risk. I wouldn't be surprised as this severe weather event comes to a close over the next few hours, that hail becomes kind of the primary threat, and perhaps even very large hail as this storm continues to work its way to the east. All right, and there's the new warning. This is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning. And so what the Weather Service has opted to do, and I think this is the right call based on the signature, this is now a severe thunderstorm warning for the southern part of Butler, northern Covington, and also much of Crenshaw County as well, due to this storm coming out of Conecuh County, crossing the line there, the county line that is, near Alabama Highway 55, with very large hail being possible imminently near communities like Red Level. We'll zoom in real tight. And again, you got the community of Brooks right here, South is right here, Red Level is here. This is Alabama Highway 55, and we are calling no travel on Alabama Highway 55 from McKenzie all the way back down to let's say Andalusia, just to be safe, as we have large hail moving into those areas. I mean, this reflectivity signature continues to be quite strong. Getting a report of damage from earlier in Holmesville, Alabama, seeing a structure damage there. And I tell you, this morning round of storms really meant business. As it was crossing our area, we had numerous structures that were damaged. In addition to, obviously, the hail and damaging winds across our region. Again, tracking this supercell thunderstorm, let me put this in motion so you can get a feel for what's going on here. And I apologize, I had to step off camera to get a bottle of water there. My throat was getting sore. So again, tracking this supercell storm, currently moving into Red Level and Brooks in northern Covington County. This storm is going to pass to the north of Andalusia. However, if you are at Gant Lake, this could be an issue for you in terms, I should say, of large hail and maybe even damaging wind gusts coming into areas near Red Level, Clearview, Gant Lake, and Dozier. So again, that's a severe thunderstorm that likely is continuing to produce large hail in addition to gusty winds. Let's go back over to our storm in Clark County, because this is a new one. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Clark County, and this does include Thomasville. If you're in Thomasville, you are involved. Same thing at Fulton, Grove Hill. This is a supercell storm capable of producing large hail, perhaps up to the size of a quarter, moving basically due east into areas near Thomasville, coming out here towards Alabama Highway 154 and Chilton. Same thing at Zimco, Coffeyville, involved in a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Clark County. We're also going to be tracking these storms in Washington County, in areas near Milry and Dunbar. In this general area, these storms are going to continue moving just like that. And so it remains to be seen exactly what is going to happen in terms of your threat levels, in terms of the specific hazards. But again, I imagine what's going to happen over the next few hours. This whole mess is going to transition to more of a gusty wind and large hail threat. I can't stress that enough. We're going to have hail, unfortunately, in these supercell storms that ramp up just like the one in northern Clark. That is clearly the primary threat with that storm, as is this thing that's now crossing the line near Cohasset Creek out of Conecuh into northern Covington County. And so it can't be stressed enough, we would advise no travel on Alabama Highway 55 from McKenzie all the way back down to Andalusia, as this is your new severe thunderstorm warning. The Weather Service has opted to issue a severe thunderstorm warning and not a new tornado warning. And so, again, not a new tornado warning. They are issuing a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado threat in Conecuh County continues to lessen. Excuse me. And y'all, I apologize. My voice is giving out. I've been talking all day long, and I apologize. I'm just getting choked up. So what I'm going to do, we are going to go to covering these storms in the Red Zone Weather app because our situation in Conecuh County is now off the board in terms of the overall tornado risk. So again, no active tornado warnings for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida as of 3:25 p.m. We have ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings that continue for northern Clark and also northern Covington, southern Butler, and southern Crenshaw counties. We'll keep you posted every step of the way in the Red Zone Weather app, and if we have more tornado warnings, we'll come back on Facebook Live and bring you the very latest. Hope you have a good evening. We will see you soon.